because he didn't do some of the basic, meet and greet stuff that actually is the job of a political leader. He's making up a little bit for that now.
Yeah, so President Obama gave them trillions of dollars in interest-free money, bailed them out, didn't send any of them to prison, but they didn't get what they really wanted: love.
So Cenk Uygur, he was a crazy Republican back in the 1990s, and back in 1999 he went to Miami. He didn't get no fucking, pussy. Cenk Uygur didn't get any pussy in 1999 whatsoever, and so he wrote an article saying how women have poorly designed, their genetics are flawed, and they don't know what the hell they're doing because they're not fucking him enough, and he's just, needs more sex, and it's what the fuck, women, it's your fault, you just don't want to fuck, what's up, here I am, I'm fucking, this, cool, smooth, funny, what the fuck, some bullshit. So Cenk Uygur in 1999 was Elliot Rodgers. Cenk Uygur in 1999 was basically Elliot Rodgers. He goes on, it's not him today, that was when he was, 20 years ago, but there was one former employee who spoke to the Rap on condition of anonymity, says that Cenk Uygur still makes comments that make the women staffers there feel uncomfortable. The guy says Cenk's a knucklehead. The boy talks about women the way I talked when I was 15. He's obsessed with body count, basically how many people you fucked. This is an important number to him. So that's, you want to get in good with Cenk Uygur, just, tell him how many, notches on your bedpost that you got. Cenk Uygur's inability to get laid in Miami meant that the genes of women are flawed. I don't know, Cenk. Maybe your genes are flawed. Obviously your genes are flawed. Cenk Uygur, way worse, shockingly, declared that if he were a benevolent global dictator, he would legalize bestiality. So Cenk Uygur is against Medicare for all, but he's in favor of bestiality? That's not a cross I'm going to bear. That's not a hill I'm going to die upon. We need Medicare for all, Cenk. We don't need bestiality. And I don't even, is that what an edgy Republican would say? Like sexist, maybe racist, xenophobic, two, that's a trifecta, and a bestialogist. That's an edgy, that was going to be the future Tucker Carlson. So he's like, hey, I wrote that stuff, 20 years ago, and then, deleted it. It's not me. It's, come on, guy, come on, you guys, Obviously, the genes of women are flawed, Cenk Uygur wrote in a 1999 blog post. They are poorly designed creatures who do not want to have sex nearly as often as needed for the human race to get along peaceably and fruitfully. In another entry, Uygur's rules of dating included that there must be an orgasm by the 5th date, and he must grab your tits by the 3rd date. Is he going to let them grab his? He says, if you read that today, because he keeps on speaking, what I wrote 18 years ago, and you're offended by it, you're 100% right. Anyone who is subjected to that material, I apologize too, and I deeply regret having written that stuff when I was a different guy. So Cenk Uygur is like a shapeshifter? Is Cenk a shape grifter? I mean, maybe he's just never stopped being a Republican, Maybe he's always been a fake liberal just to make that damn money. Isn't that? Oh, that would be a good way to own the libs, wouldn't it? Make a shit ton of money off of them and never get anybody any change. Nothing will fundamentally change. So Cenk Uygur is the Joe Biden of the media world, of the progressive YouTube internet media nation. Nothing will fundamentally change. I don't know. I think the board, I feel like Cenk Uygur might want to think about retirement. I think the board should think about firing Cenk Uygur. I know. Maybe there's a gray zone, right? It's not all black and white. Maybe there's a gray zone. With Aaron Mate, you're goddamn right there's a gray zone with Aaron Mate. Pushback. Wait. Is that the gray zone? Who is the gray zone? Aaron Mate is a part of the gray zone, but it's like 4 other people. Anyways. I don't believe in cancel culture. I think if you fuck up once or twice, that shouldn't be it. There ought to be room for growth. So what I believe in is because Cenk Uygur is against forced to vote, we should not listen to Cenk Uygur about health care at all. No, shut the fuck up about health care, Cenk. We're going to get health care. It's a pandemic. This is the only time in American history that we could actually fucking get it. You're on the wrong goddamn side of history. You're trying to stop a movement. You're trying to stop the conversation. And maybe in a way he's contributed to the conversation, and he'll, evolve and be on the right side of history. But for right now, he clearly just wants to piss on Jimmy Dore. So we shouldn't listen to Cenk Uygur about health care. He's in favor of bestiality, which, no. Cenk Uygur, no. No! So I think you should, just put that in your mouth and swish it around for a while. And we should question his progressive credentials. What is TYT actually doing? Making him a shit ton of money. He's got a Scrooge McDuck, bin full of money for being called a progressive. That progressive label he has profited handsomely off of. But what has he progressed? 20 years is how long TYT has been on the network. 20 years. And what's improved? That when W was in office, there was 1 war, then 2 wars, but now there's 27 wars. So TYT has just been on the same trajectory. Remember the good old days when there was just 2 motherfucking wars? The genes of women are flawed. I think that's a clearly prima facie, stupid, laugh out loud, dumb thing to say. Obviously, the genes of women are flawed. Nobody could truly believe that line, I don't think. The genes of the opposite, gender who produces the children. The opposite sex, but the incubators for mankind, their genes are not flawed. So what? I don't believe in cancel culture. I think you just have to assess people by their own individual merits, by your own, use your own. Right now, I don't believe in any corporations. I don't believe in any, CNN, MSNBC, TYT. I don't believe in any corporations. I believe in individuals. And there's some individuals that are on the wrong side of history with this, and there's a lot of individuals that are on the right side of history. Cenk Uygur on the wrong side of history. And if he was a benevolent global dictator, he would legalize bestiality. It's just, I don't even like that fucking word being said. It's like, dude, what the fuck, you fucking nasty. Cenk. No. No, Cenk, no. No. It's ugly. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. That's not a hill anybody should die on. That's not a cross nobody should bear. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't want a society full of a bunch of goat fuckers. I don't know how bad it was back in Turkey. It must have been tough for the young Turks. But that's not America, Cenk. That is not progressive. That is very, very, very regressive. I want to say, have at it, Hoss, or you do you, boo, because that's what Anna and Cenk like to say. But don't have at it. Do not have at it, Hoss. Do not do you, boo. No. No, boo. Don't do you. Don't have at it, Hoss. So that's the, cross that Cenk Uygur is ready to carry for you, Nebraska. Cenk Uygur, you're one nasty motherfucker. Forced to vote. Peace.